Eladol al kol hamaasim Baruch Vorach lefi kol neshama.
Let us now begin to look at this wonderful feast of Yom Truah. It's, as it is called, by the way, in the Tanakh. Let's open up our Bible to Leviticus chapter 23. We'll start in verse 23 to 25, or you can follow it in the screen and see how the Lord gave this feast. You may be surprised, by the way, by the lack of information we're given in there, but this is part of the message. Again, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, on the 1st of the month, you shall have a rest, a reminder by blowing of trumpets of holy convocation. You shall not do any laborious work, but you shall present an offering by fire to the Lord." You know, there's an aura of mystery covering this feast, for in these 3 short verses is all the information that we have. Numbers 29 also speaks about the Feast of Trumpet, but these verses there only list the different offerings done on this particular day. But why then is such little information given? It is called a day of remembering, Yom HaZikaron, but we're not told what we are to remember or to look forward to. Then we read of the blowing of the trumpet. This is one word in the Hebrew, the word truach. The first time it is mentioned in the Bible, which also means to shout. But why were the Israelites supposed to blow the trumpet or to shout for? We're not told. Medieval rabbis have asked the same question. Arbabanel in the 15th century wrote, he says, "Why does the Torah not explain the purpose of this festival?" Ibn Ezra, another medieval rabbi from the 12th century, spoke of religious mysteries when he tried to explain what is happening here. It is indeed a mystery feast, for no reasons are given for the Zikaron, for the Teruach, and for the Holy Convocation, and all this makes this study, I'm going to tell you, very interesting. It is when actually we put this feast in the context of the others which follow, and in light of the prophetic plan in the whole scriptures, New Testament and Hebrew scriptures, that the mystery is revealed. And it has a strong message for the believers today. Now, before we look at the biblical meaning of this feast, let us see how Judaism tried to understand it, how they filled the gap. First, perhaps realizing the importance of this feast, for there are some unique words in there, as we will see. They made this feast the Jewish New Year. This is why it's called Rosh Hashanah, meaning the head of the year. But this title or concept is actually fairly new. It developed much later after Moses, sometimes between Ezra and the 1st century. The rabbis, in fact, speak of 4 different New Years, starting with Rosh Hashanah. This is considered a civil New Year. We also have the 15th of the month of Shevat, when it is the New Year of the trees. Then they have the religious New Year, which is the 1st of Nisan, the month when we celebrate the Passover. And the 4th one is the month of Elul, which commemorates the tithing of cattle. 4 Jewish New Years with all the more reasons to celebrate. However, did you know that in the Tanakh, or the Bible, there's only one New Year at Passover, opening up the 7 feasts of Israel? Today, I want to tell you very few Jews know about it. You know, before I became a believer, I always thought that Rosh Hashanah, the first one, was actually the New Year. I never realized that it is actually the 7th month, as it is written in the passage.
As we try to fit, like a puzzle, this feast of Yom Truah into the larger set of Israel's feasts, we can get a clear picture of all the feasts and their prophetic significance in light of the Messiah Yeshua. It's actually quite amazing. Notice from Pesach, Passover, right down to Tabernacles or Sukkot, how each feast describes the work, the life, the death, the resurrection, and the new life we have in Yeshua, even unto the Olam Haba, the age to come. It's very important for us to compare tradition with the Word of God. There's nothing wrong with traditions and customs as long as they do not go against what God says in the Scriptures. Take a look at our links for more teaching of the Scriptures and Messiah Yeshua from a Jewish perspective. Shalom, and we wish you Chag Sameach from Beth Ariel.